Hey Nan fam! Today I have a very important video for you guys. We are commemorating 5 years in December that we have been on this amazing YouTube journey, and we are so grateful for each and every one of our subscribers. You guys have helped to make our lives even more full, and I just want to tell you how grateful I am. So as we've looked back on these past 5 years, we are going to make a few changes in our channel, which include shifting away from family vlogging. We want to share with you guys why we are doing this and what is next for Not Enough Nelsons. So to understand why we're making this change, I want to start back with how it all began. When we first started YouTube, we did it for 3 reasons. First of all, I felt like with 15 kids, life was just zooming by and I wasn't stopping to capture those really cute memories or really cute moments nearly enough. Like hardly any videoing is happening, and I was thinking, wow, that would be such a great way to journal all of these crazy fun years. Secondly, we met another YouTube family that made it look like so much fun, and Cassidy worked for them for a while, and they are still to this day our dear friends, and we were just super excited to try it out. And third, on one of my walks that I do in the morning, I was reflecting on how I really wanted to write a book one day about adoption and just all of the miracles that have happened in our lives. And the thought just popped into my mind, and like a literal voice said, you need a microphone, right? And so I thought, wait, is YouTube the microphone you're talking about? So I continued to pray about it on that walk. And then I came home and I gathered together all 15 kids at the time. And I said, guys, how would you feel about starting a family YouTube channel? And oh my gosh, they went crazy. They were jumping up and down and screaming. And Cassie was actually, Mom, that's a really good idea. I think we could do really well on YouTube. And I can kind of run the channel. I'm like, perfect, that would be awesome. All of the kids were super excited. I did have to promise one of my teenagers at the time that I would never show our dirty laundry. And in that moment, I actually promised myself that I would never show our dirty laundry, if you know what I mean. That I would put boundaries and guardrails about what exactly I would film. And so at that time, I just thought to myself, well, anything that kids say, no, I don't want that, or I don't want to film that, we wouldn't do. That we would never share like deep emotions. Like if they were really sad about something, that's not something to share on YouTube. Or if they were scared of something, again, not something to share on YouTube. That it would just be a time when our family could bond together, create all these fun memories, and to showcase what it was like to live in a great, big, crazy, happy family. And I just wanted to keep it real. Like that was my biggest thing. I want to keep it real so that I don't paint this perfect picture that everything's perfect. I want people to know it's okay that we all have problems and that we all have, life happens and we're not all perfect and we don't have the perfect picture of a house and the perfect picture of this. It's really important to me that I showed the world that life can be fun even when it's crazy and hard. And do all of that while kind of keeping a little bit of distance for our privacy. So it all began. Our first videos were all just super fun and super exciting. Like you remember our first video, the kids had a blast filming all the different aspects of our family and their different personalities. And then some of our next videos were like Mary Poppins in real life, which was so much fun. And another video was swapping houses with Ohana Adventures, which was awesome. It was a little bit more of a scripted content, but it was super fun for the kids to film. And then they started into all the challenges, right? Last to leave the bounce house and all the fun challenges they did. We did that for about a year. We started to notice that we were getting a ton of questions about what real life was actually like with 15 kids and soon to be 16, and all the questions that come along with a big family full of adoption. And I was super excited and maybe naively to share a ton of all of the amazing experiences that we have had as a family with adoption and to kind of promote adoption in big families. And guys, this was my first experience on YouTube, and this was my kids' first experience on YouTube, and our heart was in the right place. We really just wanted to put out good content that brought light and life and love into the world and showed them what it was like to have a big family. And then after about a year, I filmed our very first morning routine with a large family, and it went viral. It just got a ton of views because I think it answered a ton of the questions you guys had about what it's really like living with a family this big, right? And it was fun for the kids. They were like, that was fun, that was easy. It's actually easier to film just what really happens versus is like, you know, challenges and things that we have like this, like storyline for, or in real life, or skit type in real life things. And so we started kind of diving more into like, oh, well, this is a fun experience our family's doing, so let's show this. Or, oh, this happened and this could really help people out there, so let's show this. The kids were having fun, and we just kept growing. Now, even though looking back, my kids were totally fine with filming some of the deeper issues, like them being bullied or them having a hard time finding friends, or even emergency room videos. But as their mom, now looking back, I wish I would have taken a second look at some of those and like placed those guardrails even higher, especially on issues that are just more private to their hearts. Know that we looked at it a lot of times as we're helping a lot of you out there that are going through the same issues. But at the end of the day, I'm my kid's mom. I'm their safe person, and it's up to me to kind of protect those things that are private. And over the last couple of months, I've had some real heart-to-hearts with my kids, and we need to make some changes. Don't get me wrong, I am so happy that we were able to help many of you. We have received so many emails from like, thank you so much for helping me understand what an amazing gift adoption is. And I used to kind of somehow be ashamed of being adopted, but now I realize like it's amazing and it's a blessing. And I mean, those, like, I will hold those forever in my heart, for real. And then some of you that with the bullying things that my kids have gone through, a lot of you have talked about how you've been bullied and how it really helped you realize that, you know, if SaiDee or Luke or any of my kids can go through bullying, then you can too, and how to have courage to talk to an adult and some of those things. So I have loved that we've been able to help many of you, but now I am 5 years wiser, and these are actually my kids' stories to tell and to share with the world if they want to. But telling these stories now while they're still young, as their mother, I need to guide them towards keeping things more private. And then when they're older and when they're over 18, they can share all of those heartfelt stories that they want to. I need to back it up just a little bit. The one thing that helped me have an epiphany about this a few months ago was I was talking to one of my teenagers about a really hard decision that they were making, and it was really one of those heartfelt conversations. And another one of my teenagers was sitting by kind of listening and chiming in a little bit. And then the one sitting by listening said, oh, this would actually make for a really good YouTube video. And I was like, oh, wait a minute. Like, are you looking at life too much through like the lens of a camera of what would make a good video? And for my teenager to be looking at life that way, it just really hit home that like, maybe I had been looking at it that way. So for my teenager to be looking at this like big decision that she was making and think that would be appropriate to put on YouTube, I was like, oh my gosh, like, no, it's not. Like, that's a private thing, and I don't want her looking at life in our family through the lens of a camera, like what would make good content and what wouldn't. That's not how I want to live our lives. I want our lives to be real and valued, and conversations to be private, and just to keep the sacredness of a family intact. To be honest, at first, we felt like we were controlling it, but now lately, I feel like in a way it's controlling us. It's just taken over a lot of our mindset of things like where we go on vacation, what we want to do in the morning, where we're going to go out to eat. Like, oh, would that be okay to film? I don't want it to control our lives anymore. I want to go on vacation wherever we want to go, whether we can film it or not. I want to have a fun family dinner without thinking, oh, we should pull out the camera because those guys are doing such cute dance moves. I just want to enjoy our family, and I know my kids do too. Even though they don't realize it, they feel like this is great and this is fun and there's nothing wrong with it. I feel like I need to make some changes. So I'm gonna go gather the kids and let them tell you kind of how they're feeling. And we're gonna talk about it openly about the kind of videos that we are gonna film, what we're not gonna film, and some of the changes that we're gonna make as a family on Not Enough Nelsons. All right. Can you see us all okay?
Yeah.
Okay, I have gathered you guys here today to talk to you about something really important. Okay? Mm-hmm. So as you know, we have been talking a lot over the past couple months about some changes that we need to make on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So my question to you is, what are some of the videos you guys absolutely love to film? That like light up your day, that it's fun, it goes fast, you love it?
Probably like the Among Us videos or sneaking out videos.
Or like the in real life ones.
Like in real life, you mean, from Among Us? Because Among Us.
Yeah, like that was fun for the in real life Among Us setting.
Okay, so like in real life videos.
Yes, I also love collaborating with like other creators. Like it's super fun. Like,
Yeah,
I
like
like
the pranks.
Yeah, that is really fun.
Or the one from last year, like where we bought that whole family present.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, and like I like when we went to Olive Garden and like the angel tree.
Yeah.
And when we like bought a bunch of like things for everybody. That was really fun.
Those are way fun. Any other suggestions of things you love to film?
like the drive-thru.
The Hawaii videos.
Oh yeah, the drive-through ones are fun.
Drive-thru,
shopping.
Hawaii.
Shopping.
Hawaii is super fun.
Vlogs.
Yeah,
Vlogs. Okay, so we are going to be changing that a little bit. Like, give me some examples of some vlogs that you like filming, SaiDee.
I like filming the morning routines. I like filming the back to school. I like some of the like more real life ones.
Real life.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I love it. I love that. Can I just jump on that really fast?
Yeah.
So some things that I feel like we really need to change are a lot of the real life stuff. Like I'm okay with certain things, but over the years, I've learned a lot. In the past 5 years, I have really gained a lot of wisdom about what I feel like is okay as a mom to put online and what I don't. And hindsight's 2020, and moving forward, there are a lot of things that I don't feel comfortable putting on. And so some of those things are the in like real life moments. We've talked a ton about it, but it's those really in real life moments of our family that I'm gonna be super careful about and put safeguards up for. And so one of the things is anytime any of you have like a problem, or like you feel like you're being bullied, or like friends are not as, you're not feeling tons of friends at school, or you wanna change schools, or some of those things, I really feel like I want to limit or not even have any of those types of videos anymore. I know that SaiDee, like SaiDee's voice to me in private, like some of the stuff that she did about being bullied at school, or like wanting to switch schools, and that kind of emotional time that she had, it really did help a ton of people.
Yeah, we like low-key received like tons of emails about like people just saying that they were struggling too, and it just like felt good knowing that we helped a ton of people.
Yes, which is awesome, and I love that. But what I'm thinking is like, where you're 17, almost 18 years old, if you want to share some of those real life, feelings and memories and like aha moments, that's totally okay because you're an adult at that point.
Yeah.
But I am gonna really limit and not even really have much at all of real life personal moments for my kids or my teens. And then once they get to 18, they can choose. Because I have a lot of like older kids that have moved out that absolutely love YouTube, right? Like we've got Kennedy and Cassidy and Trey and Bridger. They all absolutely love YouTube. Even JourNee loves doing shorts, right? She's killing out her shorts. But you guys know that Janie is not on camera at all. And speaking about Janie, I just wanna kind of tell you a little bit more about that. So about a year ago, Janie came to me and just said, Mom, I don't wanna be on camera anymore. I really, really want those personal memories that I make and experiences I have, and I'm getting married and things like that. I just don't want it on camera. I want to hold those like treasures in my heart. What she said really hit home to me. Another thing that she said, Mom, when you get all this fun stuff out and we do all this fun stuff for the holidays, as soon as like you bring out a camera, it's like, it's just for filming. It doesn't feel like real anymore.
I
like
understand
a
that.
treasure
Sometimes
memory.
it's like that. Like for Christmas, it's like that sometimes because like
Yeah.
I feel like it's like we have to get this on camera, else we can't do it.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
But like
And
at
so
the same
sometimes-
time, it's also super fun because it's like memories.
No,
and,
yeah.
like, you
Yeah.
can like remember. Like it's fun.
Yeah.
And so, and we'll talk about what I feel with different kinds of things like that with holidays. We'll talk about what we absolutely are not gonna film, and what we love to film. So any other suggestions about what we love to film? What are some other things? Challenges. Do you guys love challenges?
Yes, I like
challenges are super.
Yeah, like how I took over the camera and did like our hair video. Like,
yeah, that was
I
so
feel like
fun.
the
challenges are
surprised
like real life, but not like it's just more of us having fun.
Yeah,
Which
yeah.
I
is
feel
more
like
fun.
they're real. I just feel like there's certain things where like, oh, like maybe we could like do this or do that.
Yeah.
And, like, so it's just planned, but it's still real. With
Yeah, a
what we
planned,
do.
fun family event. I'm totally okay with that. But as far as like getting really personal or talking about our personal lives, I just don't want to do that anymore. So I don't want that on Not Enough Nelsons or NanFam. But I love that you guys love to hang out with each other and make memories and have, all these fun challenges you do and stuff. I think that's perfect. So as far as the things that we're not going to do, one of the things that I feel just like I've learned a lot over the last 5 years. Like this is my first experience too. This is my first experience on earth, like all of you guys, being a mom of so many kids. This is my first experience being on YouTube, you know, over the last 5 years. And I have learned a ton. I feel like I've gained a ton of wisdom over the last couple years, especially what's not gonna be okay and what I don't feel comfortable about putting on camera, okay? So one of those things is emergency room videos. Like when we very first did our first emergency room video, I was FaceTiming Benji actually. And so he was just screen recording. We were able to put a lot of that footage together and create an emergency room video. And then for a while we were like, you know what, these might really help kids. Like if they're ever in the emergency room and they're really scared, like this could really help them. But in reality, that's not okay with me anymore. Like as far as talking about like medical things or accidents and things like that, we're not gonna do anymore. And we actually haven't. There's been a couple of things that we've had, you know, this past year and we haven't put it on camera and that just feels a lot better to us. So for sure, no emergency room videos. And second, I don't wanna put anything that's real life. So no bullying, no like if having a hard time with friends and maybe even like period talk videos. Like maybe we
I
don't
feel like
even.
period talk videos are fun because like some people don't have like an older sibling.
Some people like don't have like an adult figure that they can like talk to about that stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I also feel like as an older sister, like it's sometimes like fun to talk to your younger siblings about that and kind of like help them figure out all the different things that they need to.
Yeah. So
Well, maybe as long as you're, sorry, what was that?
So are those videos that we are gonna keep filming, or are those, or is
so
it occasional?
Period talks I feel like we should film.
So
like,
okay,
that's
here's
fun.
the thing. As long as you don't talk about your personal periods, you know what I'm saying? Like it's more of just a girl talk video. I think I'm okay with that. I just don't ever want you guys, when you grow up, to feel like that you divulged personal things that you really weren't comfortable being out there, you know?
Yeah.
And so like always, well, like I've always told my kids, if you don't want something in a video, they just say it like, oh, don't put that in the video, and we don't put it in there. But I'm gonna look at it now even a little bit closer with even higher safeguards of, is that too personal what she just shared? Even though she was comfortable and she shared it, is it too personal, and am I gonna just take that out of the video? And so I'm okay with some period talk videos, just not personal about your own life. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, okay, and third, I don't think we're gonna do holidays anymore because
Those are my favorite.
I just feel like they are, but like I'm not gonna film Thanksgiving anymore because I feel like the whole time I was just filming and I, you know, get the meal on, but we didn't have those like little talks that we normally have while I'm trying to cook dinner. Or we didn't have those little moments because we felt like, you know, the camera's there, so you gotta like do this or do that, right? Try to get this good shot of the turkey being carved. And we can't really enjoy it ourselves. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And so I also don't think we're gonna do Christmas this year. I know,
Christmas?
it's so hard. Yeah, I don't think, well, we're gonna do Christmas, but I don't think we're gonna film actual Christmas this year.
But that's
my
like that's
favorite.
also like one of the funnest videos we do because it's like we get to share what we got with everyone and it's like super fun.
I feel like
Probably do a haul because of
Yeah.
like the birthday.
I think we're still gonna do hauls now.
Yeah, well,
yeah.
I feel like we should
still do
film
a Christmas
Christmas.
Well, I have an idea for this year for Christmas. So because Kass's baby is due in the beginning of December, Kennedy's gonna be in town with baby
yeah.
Ace. And this is their off year with us. And so they're actually not gonna be with us during Christmas. And so maybe what we could do is kind of just have almost like we just show and do our normal traditions, like kind of a Christmas special. Does that make sense?
yeah.
So like while Kennedy and Cassidy and Josh are here, whoever can come to that, we'll do like a Christmas special where we do all of our fun traditions for Christmas Eve. Kind of like, you know, the year that JourNee was leaving on a mission and we kind of did like
that was
Christmas
fun.
That
one.
was fun. I remember that.
It'll kind of feel like that a little bit, like it won't be like completely the actual Christmas day, but we'll still be able to do all the fun traditions and show all of our fun subscribers like a little peek into our lives for Christmas, but
That'd
not
be fun
like the
actually.
actual
I like that idea.
Then on the actual holiday, you guys can like literally come down with a top knot on your head and a face mask if you want, right? You don't, it doesn't matter. Like there's not a camera there. It's just all about making the memories as a family. So I feel good about that. But it's not gonna be that every year, right? And so sometimes you might see our Christmas, you might not see our Christmas, you might see our Easter, maybe not. Just know that we love you and we want to let you in on some really fun parts of our lives, but at the same time, we have to safeguard and keep some of those like memories special at just our family.
I understand that.
Yeah, I love it. Okay, so
You didn't say for sure if we're gonna be doing morning routines.
Oh yeah, are we gonna be doing
yeah,
morning
are we
routines like after school routines, night routines?
well, okay, so all of my kids have a different level of comfort on camera, right? So Janie absolutely doesn't like the camera at all. And then there's all the way over to here, it's like Kass and PaisLee and PaisLee who absolutely love doing get ready with me's and all of that, right?
Yeah.
And so I think I am gonna limit morning routines just to help those who don't like love to be on camera. So maybe once or twice a year, we'll do a morning routine. And also just know, like if one of the kids are not in that morning routine, they still went to school, they still got ready, they are still very loved by our family. They just weren't feeling it that morning, or they didn't want to be on camera. I don't care what the reason is. I don't care if they're having a bad hair day and they don't want to be on camera. They're not going to be on camera. So just know that's why. We still love them. They're still going to school. It's just we're not going to show them. And I think I am going to limit it to a couple years. Does that answer your question?
Yeah.
SaiDee? Okay. Is there any other questions you have about what we are not going to
Are we gonna film like the first day of school, like stuff?
It's like
I feel like, yeah. I mean, I don't know.
It's fun.
I feel like we should.
Play it by
'Cause I
ear.
feel like
I
that'd
say
be
it's
fun.
fun because it like shows like.
I think
oh,
it
it's our
is,
first
but
day, so
If
we're
like somebody's like,
excited.
oh, I don't know what to get, like
Well-
we could be like, oh, this is cute, and like they got it. So like I think that.
Well, I think it should be-
that
should be different than like morning.
Yeah.
I think it should be as the morning
That's more of
routine
a planned video, not really a. Like,
where
Yeah.
we.
Yeah.
I think it should be more of like a casual, like maybe sometimes thing, because what if like your first day of school, like per se, was like a really bad first day of school and you don't want to come home and
Yes.
have to show everybody your routine and.
So here's the thing. So I remember we were having a rough morning,
There's
right?
been multiple girls.
So here's the thing. You can film it if you want, or you don't have to. Or say that you do film it and you're like, Mom, I had a slight come apart in the morning. I'm not really comfortable showing my morning routine. It's out. Like, it's just that easy. It's that simple. You don't want it in, it's out. And it's always kind of been that way. And I know that you've known it, but I want you to really know it. If there's any moment in a video that you're like, Mom, can you cut that part out? It's gone. Like, don't hesitate. I won't hesitate. Or even if you're like, can you just cut me out of that whole video? I just felt like I didn't even like feel very good, or it wasn't very fun to me. I don't really want it. It's gone. Like, what's the harm, right?
Yeah.
We only want to have fun. And when I set out to do this, it was with those parameters. Like, I want to have fun. I want to create treasured memories that we'll remember forever with this experience. And sometimes I feel like it's turned more into a 6 to 8 hour a week job.
Yeah.
And I want it to be more fun than a job. And also, if it is a job and you guys are getting paid, that's great. But people don't often intermingle their job with their really personal life.
Yeah.
They just don't. And so we're gonna keep those separate. Like when we do a video, it's a planned video and we know what we're doing this fun experience and we're gonna show it. And then the rest of our life, cameras are off.
And this is like more like a fun job. Like
Yeah.
you don't have to like, even if you like aren't on time to your job, you can still like, you know,
true.
like you still have
Oh,
Yeah, you get fired if you're not on time to your job.
I think we definitely found like something that a lot of us love and called it work, but I feel
more
like
like
some
fun.
parts of it have turned into just work.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so I think we were just gonna try and find balance.
Also, I was thinking,
Perfect.
I forgot to ask you this with holidays. Like, what about birthdays?
Okay, so that is a good question. So we have NayVee's birthday coming up very soon, and this is what I was thinking. Tell me if you think this is like a good compromise. So I think we'll show like us getting all the decorations ready and all wrapping all the presents and like all the fun, and maybe just the fun with our family, right?
Oh, yeah.
And then when your friends start arriving to your party, just the camera turns off. That way when friends come, because they might not also be totally like comfortable on camera, if like they can be themselves and really have fun at your party, and I want them to have fun at your party.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
And don't worry, we'll still do like a gift haul or whatever, whatever. But does that sound okay to you?
Yeah.
Does that sound like
Yeah.
better? So you
I
kind of
think
get the
it's fun.
best of both worlds,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
We get to show all of the fun we're having and all that we're doing, but then you can still have
you can
those
still have,
private
like,
fun
private
moments.
moments with your friends.
Yeah, because that's also really important. Private moments with family and private moments with friends, we need to safeguard for sure. Another reason that you might not see some of these guys in some videos is when they were younger, they loved it and like life was a little bit more simple. But when you become a teenager, there's school and getting good grades in school. There's cheer, there is competitive cheer. There's like church activities that we do and just like life. Right?
Yeah.
And so sometimes they just might not be in a video because they're too busy. And again, it's not that they don't love our fans and love you guys and want to be part of whatever we're doing, but just sometimes we just get too busy. And I want them to really live a real full life and not feel like they have to always be available to work 6 to 8 hours a week. Because although that doesn't seem like an awful lot, to a kid that can seem like a lot, 6 to 8 hours. And although they get paid really well for it, I want them to experience life, and I want them to experience growing up and being a teenager and not even focus on the fact that they're like putting money in their savings. Just, I want them to live. That makes sense. Any other questions?
Not really.
I don't
feel
Not
like
really
that's
on
good.
that one, no.
All right, so that having been said,
Yes.
we're gonna tell you guys our new schedule.
No regimen.
So we are only filming 1 video per week on Not Enough Nelsons. And it will be posted every Wednesday. And just know that it will be exactly what everyone in our family felt was a great idea to film and that we're gonna have fun doing it. So just 1. As far as NenFam goes, I'm leaving it up to you guys. These guys mostly run NenFam, and so if some weeks you do 2 videos, great. If some weeks you do 1, but when they post that, I think you're gonna post on Tuesdays and Fridays, right?
Yeah.
So Tuesdays and Fridays, watch out for the NenFam videos, and it's basically gonna be run by them and what they wanna do or what they don't wanna do. So
I feel like
Yeah,
those ones.
honestly, wait. Oh, sorry.
You
no, I love it. Both of
I
you
feel
go.
like even if we only did 1 video, I feel like it's more funner because you guys are gonna be waiting for the video to see.
Yeah,
so
it will
Yeah.
build
adds, like,
anticipation.
suspension to like.
True.
Yeah.
You can't
Little
wait.
anticipation.
And our like NenFam videos have always been like, we said no more vlogs. They've been, if I put it as teenage vlogs where we
Yeah,
literally
they're
just
just fun vlogs.
we literally
We just
just
have
do
fun.
whatever we want.
ourselves.
We just
on
literally
YouTube.
have fun.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
I don't know. Yeah,
That is
Basically just like vlogging
It's
those
been-
memories.
Yeah, it's like our teenage. It's almost like traditions now. Is all
Yeah.
we do on there. Is like, I mean, not that it's my mom's favorite, but we do like sneaking out ones. We do.
It's a family
She'll
tradition.
never know.
Yeah. I started with Kennedy a long time ago. Obviously, these 2 absolutely love filming, and they will be starting their own channels. Again, there will be huge safeguards on the sides of that. It will not be about their personal life per se. It's just going to be more getting ready and the things that they enjoy doing for their channels, right? And as the kids get older, as the kids come to me and want to do their channels, they might be doing channels too, and so you'll just have to stay tuned for that. All right, guys, so do you feel good about all these changes?
Yes.
Yeah, you do? All right, well, that is the end of the video, and we will see you in our next video, but until then, cameras are off. Love you all! Bye.
Guys, what should we do today?
let's go to Swing.
Let's do TikTok.
And Chick-fil-A.
Oh.
Let's
Okay.
go have a party.